Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Youth Week of Prayer. I'm glad you could join us. I hope you've had the opportunity to download the readings from the Facebook page and you've had the opportunity to read today's reading. If not, I really encourage you to do so. It's entitled, The Boy Samuel, an Unlikely Leader. And it's written by Pastor Gilbert Kanjan. He's got some really good insights into the story of Samuel and in regards to leadership. For me though, I just wanted to focus on one little thing that I noticed with the story of Samuel, and that is that he was willing to listen. There are so many things that we can tune our ears into today, but it's Samuel's intent to listen really carefully for God's voice, and you can read that in 1 Samuel chapter 3. I want to share a quick story with you. It goes a little like this. There was an old Indian chief who came to visit a friend of his who lived in the city. And as they're walking down the footpath with all the hustle and bustle and the noise and the traffic and the sirens and the honking of the horns and everything that goes on in a busy city, the Indian chief stops and says to his friend, "Can you hear that?" The friend responds with a quizzical look saying, "What do you mean? Hear what? I can hear lots of things." He goes, No, do you hear that?" And as he turns and he walks towards a planter box with probably the only few shrubs in the vicinity, he comes and he peels back the branches, and there to find a cricket. The friend sort of sits back and goes, "How can you hear that over all this noise?" And the Indian chief says, "Well, it all depends on what you have your ears tuned into." He then says, let me show you what I mean. And as he walks back out into the footpath, he puts his hand inside his pocket and he grabs out a handful of coins and throws them onto the pavement. In an instant, everyone around them swivels around and looks down to see where the coins have landed. You see, the Indian chief's ears were tuned in to nature, where everyone else's ears were tuned into worldly things. I guess the question is, what are your ears tuned into? What are my ears tuned into? I know for Samuel, his ears were tuned into God's voice. And although he wasn't exactly sure it was God's voice to begin with, he was persistent and he was willing to say, "Lord, speak, for your servant is listening." And I guess that's our encouragement from this text. And it's my challenge that may we tune our ears into God's voice. So that's it for today. And I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 3 of the Youth Week of Prayer.